1/4-inch stamp overlay. The Super-krete stamp overlay system is designed for use over concrete to create a decorative yet natural appearance to concrete surfaces. The possibilities of design are endless, with over 200 stamp and texturing mats and a wide variety of colors to choose from. The Super-krete stamp overlay system is applied at a thin 1/4-inch over bond coat and is then stamped. This system allows regular, unappealing concrete to turn into a decorative masterpiece at a fraction of the cost to remove and replace the concrete completely. Use this system to clean, strengthen, stabilize, resurface, protect, seal, and beautify virtually any concrete.
Products used in the system: S12000 Heavy Duty Degreaser, S1300 Pentacrete, S9300 Bond Coat, S1700 Stamp Coat, S9500 Color Stain, S1710 Liquid Release Agent. Sealer of choice. All expansion joints must be honored when coating over existing concrete. With this stamp overlay system, pay attention to where those joints are and honor them. It is common to incorporate expansion joints into the desired pattern or texture of choice. This system will take approximately 5 days to complete and will require at least 3 people for the simplest application. Larger areas may require several sets of stamp and texturing tools. Tape off all edges prior to applying any coatings to protect the surrounding areas. After performing all the steps required in Video 1 for concrete substrate evaluation, crack repair, and surface preparation, dampen the surface, not allowing water to puddle. With this application, it is important to remember to stay within yourself. Because the product must be wet in order to be stamped, it is imperative you do not mix and pour out more material than you are able to stamp at a time. Always determine your starting and ending point in advance and tape off all edges to protect surrounding areas. Know in advance how your stamping tools piece together and keep your work areas clean and organized for easy application and cleanup. Mix each bag of Bond Coat S9300 with 4 to 6 quarts of clean water per bag, and simultaneously mix each bag of Stamp Coat S1700 with 4 quarts per bag of water in a separate container. Additional water may be required in warmer climates to achieve a pancake batter consistency. Each bag of Bond Coat used will typically require 12 bags of Stamp Coat. To avoid confusion between products, we recommend labeling each container with its contents. To apply, dampen the concrete surface with water and from the wall out, apply Bond Coat with a squeegee at a rate of 250 to 300 square feet per bag. Remember to not lie out the Bond Coat too far ahead because it may dry before the application of Stamp Coat. Clean up the Bond Coat as you go, making it uniform, paying attention to edges, and cleaning your tools as you are done with them. Bond Coat and Stamp Coat must both be wet for the products to bond appropriately together. Pour out the wet Stamp Coat directly over the wet Bond Coat and spread it evenly over the Bond Coat using a 1/4-inch gauge rake. Using a finishing tool, trowel, or the back of a squeegee to remove any lines that may appear from the gauge rake application. Remember to honor all expansion joints by marking them with a trowel and clear the Bond Coat and Stamp Coat out of those areas completely, following the line of the joint from beginning to end. Allow the Stamp Coat S1700 to set so that it is pliable, but do not allow the Stamp Coat to set completely before the surface is stamped or textured. Using a handheld airless sprayer, spray liquid release S1700 onto the stamps and onto the surface area to be stamped simultaneously. Do not spray the liquid release too far ahead, as it will evaporate before you are able to get to the area and stamp it. The stamp we used in this demonstration is Royal Ashlar pattern. Lay the stamps onto the surface and either walk or pound in the impression. Then remove the stamp and move to an unimprinted area and repeat the process until the entire surface has the impression of the stamps. Be sure to lock the stamps tightly together to create your pattern when stamping. Pay attention to the lines, joints, and details of the pattern when placing the stamps side by side. Always check the impression before you remove the stamp to ensure the pattern has been fully compressed into the Stamp Coat. Allow Stamp Coat to completely dry for at least 24 hours. On the following day, tool out the unclean grout lines and use a diamond blade to open the expansion joints. Sweep or blow off all the debris. Wet the stamped area with water and clean the entire surface with a mild detergent or other non-lotion soap mixed with water and rinse thoroughly. Do not put the detergent or soap directly onto the stamped surface. If any shrinkage cracks are visible, sponge in wet stamp coat into the cracks and remove all excess material. It is now time to enhance the stamped surface by adding color. Mist the stamped area with water and apply Super-krete water-based color stains S9500 using a broom, sponge, brush, or filtered sprayer. Shake the color stain well to ensure that all contents in the product are thoroughly mixed. Also, filter the stain with a strainer before pouring the stain into a sprayer. It is best to pour half of the contents into the sprayer base, shake the container again, and pour the remainder of the product into the sprayer base. When applying color stains, use lighter colors as a base first, and highlight areas if desired with darker colors. When highlighting areas for contrast, always make sure that the base color has dried and is not wet before applying highlight colors. In this demonstration, we use terracotta color stain as a base coat. When mixing colors before they have dried, the colors may blend together to form all new colors. This can be done, but be sure it is the effect you are trying to achieve. Lines and joints can be enhanced by using a handheld dustless grinder or diamond blade and can be grouted out for a more dramatic appearance and to add dimension. Grouting should be done between sealer coats. 2 coats of a Super-krete sealer are required over this application to ensure durability, wear, and ease of maintenance. The colored surface should be left to dry completely for 24 hours before applying any sealers. If applying Clear Seal Plus S8600, 2 coats may be applied on the same day. Apply Clear Seal Plus using a broom in thin coats and do not allow it to puddle. For a second coat, wait 4 hours and apply the final coat. Allow the surface to dry for 24 hours before allowing foot traffic.